morning, good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Done Creative. Before we get into this pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you know if you missed it over on my live stream channel last night when you're watching this, I had a really big announcement, and the announcement is, drumroll please, I'm about to launch a Patreon. Yes, we are building up. We are a little less than 3 weeks away from the actual launch date at the time of my posting. If you're watching this later, it may be live. If so, the link will be in the description below, but we have all sorts of goodies. I'm going to be kind of teasing all the different tiers and what you can expect to receive in each tier. I'm really excited about it. But also I have a live stream channel where I do readings over there a few times a week called The Done Creative Live, and the link for that channel is in the description below. But there will be a video coming very soon more describing to you what is going on with the Patreon, so look for that. But for this pick a card reading, we are discovering what you can expect for the month of September 2021. If you are new to pick a card readings, all I ask is that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1 with the White Newman Tarot, pile number 2 with the Fountain Tarot, and pile number 3 with the Light Seers Tarot. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please though, remember these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you and your life and your situation, and leave the rest behind. So without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on these cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Group number 1. So in case you missed my intro, on last night's live stream I had a super special announcement that I am going to be launching my Patreon in the month of September. Yes, when you're watching this. So maybe if you're watching this a little later than when I'm posting, that Patreon may be live. If you want to check it out, go ahead and check the description box below for the link to my Patreon. Otherwise, if we're still waiting, it's the first few days of September, or you're watching this in August, it's coming very soon. Look to my Instagram right here for some teasers on what to expect, the different tiers, and just all the fun involved. I'm really excited about this launch, but that's enough about that. Let's get into what you can expect for the month of September 2021. We're going to start with the tarot and then get additional guidance from the oracle cards. Apologies, I never lay these out before I get started, and my little design flaw is very evident right here, but we're just going to roll with it because we still can see what's going on. So we're going to start right here in the middle. This is the overall or underlying energy of everything going on for you this month, and we have the Strength card, Major Arcana, coming in hot. This is great because this will let you know that beautiful source of inner strength is really going to carry you through this month. Good, bad, happy, sad, you have this source of inner strength to keep going and do what it is you need to do to accomplish what it is you're setting out to accomplish. So we'll keep this in mind. We'll kind of keep referring back to this as we go. The past energy you are bringing into the month of September, you have the Emperor. So in August, July, maybe even as far back as June, because these are not hard stops. When the month turns to a new calendar page, we kind of overlay and overlap and let these energies ebb and flow. So you guys, August, July, maybe even as far back as June, were really being very invested in taking a more leadership role in your life, in your friend circle, around the job area, at home. You're just stepping into a leadership role. And some of you may have had I see for some of you some issues with a father figure or authority figures at work, or just, governmental authorities. Not like you were in trouble, but just you're wondering, why are you doing this? Why is this a thing? Wondering, why is the world being run the way it is? Some of you may have had a little bit of frustration or a lot of bit of frustration surrounding things that are going on in the world at large. But for the most part, you guys have really stepped into a more leadership role, or realized that, hey, maybe the way I've been living my life or doing things, I'm just kind of almost like putting myself in that role of victim. But you guys are changing that. That's the beauty here, is you're changing that, and you have changed that for the most part coming into September. So for the present conditions here, we've got for the month of September, the Ace of Cups. So someone here is actually getting some new love. This could be a romantic partner or just leveling up friendships, maybe even finding a really new soul sister, soul brother kind of connection or friendship, just deepening the connections that you do have. But this is a new beginning in love, whether this is a romantic partner or otherwise. Again, could be new love for some of you, or could just be a new cycle in your love life or relationships that mean a lot to you. You're just having a firmer, more strong foundation or connection with these people in your life, which is good, pairing it up with that source of inner strength that you're carrying yourself through. This to me feels like this is long awaited or long earned for some of you. Even those of you who are in a relationship, maybe things have just turned a little bit stagnant or stuck or just not that exciting, but things are really renewing or rejuvenating for you this month. So for the end of September, kind of going into October, maybe even as far out as November, because we're picking up on future energies here, this is the Eight of Pentacles. You guys are really focusing on just putting your nose to the grindstone and continuing to work on your goals, your wishes, your desires, your manifestations. I see someone wanting to really negotiate and work on some bad habits, or just trying that self-improvement track, or just wanting to really level yourself up spiritually. But whatever it is you're actually doing, this is going to pay off in a way that you can actually point to a physical item or monetary abundance or some sort of project maybe you are working on or constructing. You're going to have something to show for this by the end of November, if not sooner, because all this work you're putting in here with this Eight of Pentacles is going to then shift into the Nine of Pentacles, which is hard work paying off. So keep going. You're not quite there yet in the month of September, but toward the fall and almost going into the winter months, you guys really are going to see some of those fruits of your labor really paying off. And for your best path to follow here, we have the Judgment card. So there is awakening. This lady here has a white circle where her third eye is, and then there's some black ink kind of dripping down from her finger, kind of closing or crossing this circle here. So to me, this is you guys getting new insight from your higher self, from your spirit guides, angels, crossed over loved ones. You are communicating beyond the veil and awakening to your true essence as a soul rather than just the ego aspects of your personality. You're really bringing more of that light online and really being able to utilize it. And as your best path to follow position, you can choose not to do that, but things will be a lot harder for you. But if you choose to embrace your more spiritual side, really deepen a spiritual practice, take leadership role in, overcoming bad habits of, taking better care of yourself. Self-care is a big thing. When you want to bring more light on, you need to take care of your physical vessel because it's a very dense thing, our physical vessel. It's the densest thing about us. And when we are really tapping into higher states of consciousness, our bodies sometimes can get overloaded with all that light, which you would think wouldn't be a big deal, but it really is. So grounding yourself, getting out in nature if you can, is very paramount. Grounding yourself with grounding crystals, being in the water, sea salt bath would be really beneficial as well. So that's your best path to follow. So for the wish coming true this month, you guys have the wish coming true card, the Star. So something some of you have really been hoping for, some of you that could be a love interest or a relationship, it's coming true for you this month. Something especially that was very hard won or hard fought after or over, because the Star does come after the Tower in the tarot. So you guys really have overcome a lot of obstacles and you're tapped into that inner strength so much that you've overcome those obstacles. And this month you're going to start seeing the benefit. And going back to this Eight of Pentacles, it's like maybe you haven't completely finished your goal, but you're really being able, it's almost like a gardener who's watering their crops and there may be a couple that are ripe. It's like you're able to pick those ripe ones and sample the goodness and just the deliciousness of all that hard work. That's really how I see this card. This is going to ripple into, I hear, all the way through December for you. So it's like you're going to feel on top of the world as far as good luck coming in, but this is not just luck that's been given to you. This is stuff you've worked very hard for. This is good karma coming back to repay you and knock on your door in such a good way. So yay. But then for your outcome, this, I'm gonna maybe pull a couple of clarifiers on this just to see what's going on. But the Seven of Wands is all about feeling like you have to defend your position or, stand up for what you know is right. And in this actual depiction, these people are like locked in a duel pretty much. They're kind of stalemated into a duel. It almost reminds me of two stags or bucks that are horns locked and fighting over the woman of their choosing. But let's go ahead and get a couple clarifiers on what could this kind of feeling like you have to speak your truth in some way. Let me move these out of the way. Like you have to speak your truth or make sure people know where you're coming from without backing down to another's will, being forced or pressed upon you. That's really what I see going on. But let's see what area of life or just, we have a couple that are falling to the floor. So let's see what we have here. So we have the Six of Swords, the Moon, and the Hierophant. So I'm just going to kind of fan these out. When we go to do the Oracle cards, I will kind of just consolidate here. But just, for the sake of not getting too cluttered. But Six of Swords, that is communication issues, moving on from something that's no longer serving you. Maybe you have a miscommunication or an altercation with somebody in your life, and you finally told them, hey, this is how I feel, this is where I'm coming from, and like it or not, that's where I stand, and you're not going to move my position on it. With this Moon clarifying it as well, to me, this is those illusions, maybe things you had believed about yourself or others in the past have come to light. There are no more illusions, there are no more lies surrounding this. So this could look like a secret, either yours or someone else's, that has been revealed or leaked in some way, and now you have to stand up for yourself, or someone else has to try to stand up for themselves where you're concerned and you're not having it, or maybe if you're the one with the secret that leaked, they're not having it, because again, general reading going to go a couple different ways. But with this Hierophant here, this is a very traditional way of going about things, priest energy. So this could be some of you disagreeing about just kind of the ways that are traditional or the systems that are in place, governments, religions, just different systems in the way that our world operates and runs. You are not backing down to what you know is right, even though these maybe systems are trying to impose their views or their rules upon you, and you don't want to have it. You're seeing through their lies, their manipulations, and you're not here for it. You are going on to something else. Some of you may be leaving one social media platform because the censorship is just too much. That's what we can really see with this as well, because this is my internet card, and this lady is walking away, or in her boat, she is leaving the shore and going a new direction. And in the traditional depiction on Rider-Waite cards, this card is a man kind of ferrying a woman and child away, but this is a single person. This is you, my beautiful viewer. You are the one deciding to walk away or to move your energy in a better direction. This could even look as simple as you just turning off that negative, fear-based news that's on cycle 24/7. You're just deciding to put your beautiful energy into something else, maybe taking a social media break. That could be the same thing. But again, you're tapping into this sense of inner strength to speak your truth or stand your ground in some way. Okay, so let's consolidate our little pile here. We'll put those there. And then we'll go ahead and get into your oracle card. So we'll start right here with the safety card, Root Chakra, Snowflake Obsidian. So Snowflake Obsidian would be a great grounding crystal. We were talking about grounding earlier. That might be a great grounding crystal you can carry with you to help remain grounded and to even repel other people's negativity off you and back to them. But with the safety here, it says, in the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. And I think you really have built that strong foundation these past months, really stepping into a more leadership or just forefront role. You're not listening to the advice of a whole bunch of other people. It's like that internal compass or guide within you, that higher self, is leading you in the direction that's best for you. And you are able to now discern through your mind and your intuition and really lean on that intuition to steer you in a place that feels safe and good and strong for you. A good foundation. We also have heaven on earth. Heaven is always just a perception away, available every day in every way. You are in heaven now, even as you are on earth, surrounded by loving souls, exploring and expanding in consciousness. Spend today seeing earth through the eyes of heaven. So this is all about your mindset. You can really color things. If you're having a bad mood, you can really color everything in a negative light. If you're on cloud 9 and having a really beautiful day, even those things that are a little difficult, it's like, hey, we got this, we'll get through this. You're really feeling more optimistic. So this is choosing between feeling defeated or empowered, feeling like a victim or like someone who can take control and take the power back and do what they need to do in life. And you're the one making the choice. By tapping into this source of inner strength, I see you guys being able to step more onto that positivity side of things, but again, not spiritually bypassing all the negative things that are going on in life to get to that beautiful love and light, nothing can faze me. We have to work through any shadows or issues that come up for us to then see through like the problem of it and see it as an opportunity for growth. And that's what I see you guys really doing. Especially with this perseverance card here. That is inner strength. That is exactly what's going on here. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And you guys have some big aspirations, goals, and dreams with both this Emperor here, the Judgment, and the Star. Look at all this major arcana energy. And then you had two other major arcanas that were kind of clarifying your Seven of Wands outcome card. So there is a lot of transition here, because also Strength, Emperor, I don't remember if I mentioned Strength, of course, major arcana, major, and then two more majors. So lots of transformation going on with you guys. And a lot of times when there is upheaval in life or changes, good or bad, planned or unplanned, it can still be chaotic. And I love that we have the brown bear spirit coming in, and I hope we can see his beautiful little face on the camera above there. I mean, he is just too cute for words, and I love this dark teal color in contrast with this brown, this deep brown of the beautiful spirit bear here. But it says take time out. You guys are closing out something old before this new can come in, this beautiful new gift of emotional fulfillment and happiness and love for some of you, for many of you. There has to be a closing of all that does no longer serve. Maybe not all that does no longer serve, but something that is standing in your way. A little piece of the past, trauma, wounds, something that needs healed for you to bring this in. And you guys really are tapping into that inner strength and doing that this month. So make sure you're taking time out to relax. You're a human being, not a human doing. Remember, I always say that here. So you're closing out some stuff as it comes by. You know, this isn't going to be just a heavy shadow month for you, but I think that shadow can creep up. But when it creeps up, you just shine your light like, gotcha, and then deal with whatever the shadow is pointing out to you. If you don't really know how to face the shadow, the best thing, my best word of advice is just to feel it. Feel whatever it is your body and your emotions are feeling. Allow yourself to feel it so you can heal it, and then just picture it and imagine it being released. It can be as like a black cloud of smoke when you breathe out, or you can almost picture like one of your spirit guides taking a vacuum to your aura and just cleaning out all the yuckiness as you go within and, you know, feel your emotions and let it all roll off of you. Gotta face it though. That's the hard part, is just being with it and facing it. It's hard. It's simple what we need to do, but it's not easy, right? Then we have a new cycle card, and as a result of this new cycle that's coming in for you, this new beginning, this closing out of everything old, again, maybe not everything old, but a significant thing that just is no longer serving you, you're closing that chapter out so this new beginning can come in, and as a result, you're on a new cycle, a more stable cycle where you feel more secure, but you're putting in the work and the effort at the same time, and as a result, you're getting increase, you're getting more financial abundance, you're getting more network connections with people at work or friend circles. You're just feeling more included, more grounded, but like sometimes that feeling of, oh wow, my dreams are coming true, it can almost unground us. We can feel very floaty and in our, you know, higher chakras. So making sure, again, you're grounding yourself. But look at all these beautiful crystals. So maybe some of you have purchased some high vibe crystals lately and you are really benefiting from their energy. But for your last card here, we have perfect timing. So this is the right time for you to move forward. So any one of you just wondering, should I go? Should I stay? What should I do? As far as making a choice to move forward, now is absolutely the right time to do so. And some of you are moving forward in a direction that's already going to be set. Like you've already established something. It's almost like they're showing me now like a half-built home. Like the plans were drawn up, the foundation's been poured, the walls are framed in, but it is not a completed project yet. So it's like, if there is something in this project that is like, should I do it? Should we move forward? Yes, absolutely do it. because it pairs really well with this Eight of Pentacles. It's like you're partway through the goal, but it's nowhere near completion, yet nowhere near the beginning of it either. So it's like you're just keeping on going, keeping on going, keeping on going. But at the same time, along the way, you're getting little wins and rewards because you have the Star here as well. So it's the perfect time to take that leap of faith I just heard. So do what feels right for you, Group 1. But this was a beautiful reading. The ups and the downs, you guys, you're going to keep tapping into that source of inner strength and be able to accomplish what you need to do. And I'm proud of you, Group 1. Keep going, because you're healing, you're growing, you're creating stability in your future, and it shows. It really shows here. If you feel the need, go ahead and leave a comment. I always love to hear your stories and anything you want to share with me and others. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you, yes, you Group number 1, my beautiful Group number 1. I hope to see you right here back at the Den Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, the Den Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below. And very soon, or if not now, if it's already launched, my Patreon. I am so excited about this, you guys. I have been just jumping to get this going for over a year and a half, but I just kept thinking, you know, I'm not big enough YouTuber. I'm not good enough yet. Like, I need to wait for another time. No. I can really relate with you guys that, you know, I've been working on something very hard for a while, but now is the time. It's the time to take that step further and tap into that inner strength that even if I only have one patron, you know, it's going to be worth it to me to create the best content I can over there for my one patron. All right, you guys, thanks again, and I love you so much. I hope to see you again. All right, bye. All right, Group number 2. So in case you missed my intro, on last night's live stream, I had a super special announcement that I am going to be launching my Patreon in the month of September. Yes, when you're watching this. So maybe if you're watching this a little later than when I'm posting, that Patreon may be live. If you want to check it out, go ahead and check the description box below for the link to my Patreon. Otherwise, if we're still waiting, it's the first few days of September, or you're watching this in August, it's coming very soon. Look to my Instagram right here for some teasers on what to expect, the different tiers, and just all the fun involved. I'm really excited about this launch, so let's get into what you can expect for September 2021. And as always, we're going to start with your tarot and then get additional guidance from the oracle cards. Interesting quick little note before I say anything else. It's interesting. Group 1 also got the Six of Swords that clarified their outcome. They had an outcome card that I wanted more clarity on, and Six of Swords was one of their clarity cards. So I'm picking up already collective energy for September. So there may be some pretty major transits going on, or something going on in September that it's kind of a collective energy, at least collective in the beautiful viewers here on my channel. But let's go ahead and start right in the center. Just like also Group 1, you guys have a major arcana energy. Although they had the Strength card, you have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant also clarified with the Six of Swords and the Moon their Seven of Wands outcome. So interesting interplay we've got going on here that just occurred to me as well. So yes, with this Hierophant, this is the underlying energy, or just the energy kind of carrying you through the month of September 2021. And with this, I love this depiction of the Hierophant because it's like he's opening Pandora's box is almost what this reminds me of. Like, he's opening it up and all these prisms of light, fractals of light are shining through. And the Hierophant is usually a card all about doing things a very traditional way, but I'm actually seeing it more abstract for you guys. It's not so set in stone like, I'm on a traditional path, I'm on this, and I'm gonna follow all the traditional steps to do this. It's like, maybe the thing you're doing this month is very traditional kind of deal, but you're doing it in a very Aquarian or out of the box kind of way, and I love it so much. I can't wait to find out what this is. What is it you guys are working on? Because you're doing it, you have a traditional thing maybe that you're working on, and you're doing it in a very out-of-the-box way, or maybe you're doing an out-of-the-box thing, but you're applying more traditional measures to it. Again, general reading, so whatever it is you guys have going on this month, apply it as it resonates, or if it doesn't, just let it fly. But to me, this is a leader as well. So you're taking a leadership role. This is very similar to the Emperor energy, but it just kind of takes that Emperor energy to a more spiritual level. So that's what you're doing. You're taking this to a pretty spiritual level. And interesting, I said Emperor, that Group 1 had Emperor in the past position. So maybe you picked group 1 and 2, and we're just seeing the interplay of all these energies. I'm not sure. If you felt called to group 1, you can check it out. If not, no worries. But yeah, in your past position, you have the Ace of Wands, which is all about feeling really inspired. And the past position can reflect the energies of August, July, maybe even as far back as June. It kind of echoes through, so there's no hard stop when you turn that calendar page, that it's hard stop on the energy. They kind of just overlap and kind of ebb out or flow, ebb and flow into the month before, month after. That's how these energies work. But yeah, with this Ace of Wands, you've been feeling pretty inspired. Whether you've taken action yet or not, I guess remains to be seen for some of you. I think some of you have really taken some pretty interesting and good action. Maybe you have switched from that really low-paying and like soul-sucking job and gotten a job that feels more supportive. So you followed that inspiration and actually did the thing, and now you're just inspired to see where this new path takes you. For others of you, maybe this is just an inspired idea that you haven't yet to take action on. Again, this is a general reading, so take wherever you fit in, or if you don't fit in, again, that's fine too. But I just see such inspiration. I see almost like a little kid jumping up and down, like they are so excited, almost like Christmas Day for some of you. And this is energy I think is going to kind of underlie even into about mid-September for you, even though we have, of course, the September card itself. But I see this kind of inspiration carrying you through to about mid-September. And then we're going to talk about September as a whole, because I think something's going on. This feels like a very internal battle or struggle with the Five of Coins or Five of Pentacles in your present conditions or your month of September. There's something that kind of deflates your sails or kind of takes the wind out of your sails a little bit about mid-month, but some of you may be seeing this as early as September 1st or September 7th. But I think by the 15th, there's something that maybe you've gotten more information about someone or something, and it's kind of dulled the amount of respect you had for them or that thing, or you just maybe thought, okay, I'm gonna write a book or I'm gonna start a new business, and then by mid-month you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so hard. There's no way little old me, can accomplish this. But this is where the Five of Coins or Five of Pentacles really can turn around for you and actually work in your favor. Because this is kind of a lack mentality card, or feeling like you're the odd man out. Maybe everyone else has a date and you're like the third wheel energy sometimes, or just feeling like you don't have enough to, money or finances to put food on a table or pay all the bills that are racking up every month. And this is you, instead of just falling into kind of a victim mentality or feeling like, oh, poor me, I don't have anything, or, really just believing these limiting beliefs about yourself. Because when you can remember, group 2, when you can remember, I am a limitless being, I'm a limitless soul having this human experience. When you can tap into that beautiful power that you are a soul just kind of descending into this earth plane to have an experience, you will then kind of have a higher perspective to realize that even the problems that arise for you, you will not see them as just a problem and woe is me and how dare people treat me this way and how dare the universe act this way to me. I'm a good person. We've all been there. I've been there myself. But instead of you going down that road, I see you guys really facing any battles or challenges you have this month head on. It's almost like you're like, you know what? I'm an amazing, limitless being, and I have a bill that I just can't pay this month, and they're going to probably take me to collections, but you know what? I'm going to find a way through this. And by golly, just by that attitude of finding a way through it, and again, that was just an example. You could apply this to anything where the wind kind of gets let out of your sails a little bit, or there's a bit of disappointment, or maybe a lot of disappointment. Again, general reading. But it's like you're taking the fact that, okay, this is what's going on. There's nothing I can do with my attitude that's, having that bad attitude is not going to change this at all. But having a better attitude and, Spirit's almost showing me if this is something that causes you to have a little bit of breakdown or temper tantrum, allow yourself that. Allow yourself that. Allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling, because this can make you feel very left out. For some of you, this could be feeling like, oh wow, yeah, they're showing me a scenario where you found out a couple or a group of your friends actually went and did something really fun, but no one had thought to invite you. And that would hurt anybody's feelings. And of course, we'd be like, well, I guess I'm a horrible person. No one wants to hang out with me, and we can go on that downward spiral. check yourself before you wreck yourself. Allow yourself to feel hurt and disappointed, because absolutely that is a hurtful thing. Maybe no one thought that no one didn't. Or how do I phrase this? Maybe everyone else thought, oh, I thought you invited so-and-so. No, I thought you. And maybe after the fact, when they find out, oh no one let so-and-so know, so-and-so being you, they feel really bad. Like, I don't think this was a purposeful thing at all for some of you. And for those of you that this was a purposeful thing, this was divine protection to guard your heart from something that could have been much worse. So divine protection might be at play here. I could probably go on and on and on with like 10 other scenarios that Spirit's like rapid fire showing me, but I don't want to make this video too long for you guys. So just keep your feelers out. Anything that kind of makes you feel a little bit of disappointment or a lot of bit of disappointment this month, allow yourself to feel whatever it makes you feel, and then Spirit's like, and then get on with it. Pull up your bootstraps and figure out a way that you can overcome or surmount the challenge that is presented to you. Because by the end of September, going into October, and maybe even as far out as November, you have the King of Wands in your future conditions here. So this King of Wands is somebody who is inspirational, is inspired. They have taken that Ace of Wands as the page and carried that through to the Knight, to the Queen, and made it all the way up to King status. So this person, by the end of the month, whatever this ish is, whatever this little blip on your radar is, you will have overcome it and seen already the silver lining of it by the end of September, going into October and November. Again, some of you may be seeing this as early as the end of September, some of you may be seeing the silver lining maybe as far out as November, but at least by November, you're gonna see, oh, I'm actually glad this thing happened, because now look where I'm at. Like, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it in a totally different light, and it's really actually gonna serve you. And this could even be a very divine masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a man, but someone who's presenting as in their masculine form, meaning taking action and like that go-getter kind of energy. Man or woman coming towards you to try to help you through whatever this is, even if they don't know about this thing. It's like their beautiful inspiration is inspiring you to kind of crawl out of your hole, or whatever it is that's going on with you. It's inspiring you to then take different action. Or maybe this person's past or their story was one of dejection and sadness and everything, and you can really look up to them and feel inspired. But as a result also, I'm seeing a lot of mirrors of not just this helpful person coming in, but you also then becoming a helpful person to other people. Again, September, October, going into November. So that's good. This is really good that you're bridging the gap from this inspirational energy to becoming the inspiration. So that's amazing. And whatever it is that's going on in September is what's really morphing and shaping you into this inspirational person. So for your best path to follow here, we have the Seven of Swords. For some of you, going back to what's going on in September, this could be deception. Someone deceived you, someone lied to you, someone cheated, someone stole from you, someone did something that really made you feel like, how could you treat me this way? For some of you, this could be simple. It doesn't have to be extreme energy, because again, I'm seeing a major gamut here, a major scale. You may fit onto this like you told your children not to open a bag of cookies until all their chores were done or something, and then you find out, well, they've opened them and they didn't do the chores. I mean, it could be simple as that kind of deception, very innocent deception. Or this could look like, friends lying, coworkers lying, people throwing each other under the bus. And this doesn't necessarily have to even be you, because this person here looks like they are holding a child. This could be something that's going on with your child, or if you are the child, maybe this is going on with your parent, or just someone who you feel very close to, either as their child or that like they are your child or someone you want to take care of. This could be something happening to them, and you're just trying to inspire them through this as well. I'm seeing that as well. So yeah, your best path to follow is to not fall for the deception, or if this deception is coming out, for you to rise above it in some way, for you to help talk people off the ledge if they are really in a bad way. If you're the one who's in a bad way, do some meditation, do some self-care to really help yourself through whatever this is. Because this is not an end-all, be-all, Three of Swords energy. This is more of a Seven of Swords energy. But in the traditional Rider-Waite depiction of Seven of Swords, someone's got all these swords in a bunch, kind of sneaking away like a thief in the night. But they only have 5 of those swords, and there are 2 remaining. And the same kind of similar vibe is here, like 5 swords are one group, and then 2 are in another. So really what this deception is going to leave you with when these people take these 5 away is that kind of stalemate energy of, do I go this way or that way, that the 2 of Swords would then present to you. Okay, so the best path to follow would be to decide between this path and that path, and whichever path makes you feel more empowered and more inspired, that's the path you should take. So with your wish coming true this month with the 4 of Coins, which is interesting because this is kind of that miser energy, and then the evolution of this card becomes the 5 of Coins, feeling left out in the cold. What I'm seeing, because this is your wish coming true, is you're not going to feel left out in the cold for long. And this literally is a tent with lots of snow going on and 4 coins stacked under this very cold, frigid tent going on here. Very open conditions, literally left out in the cold. But because it's in your wish coming true position, you're overcoming this. You're not going to be in this feeling for long, or those loved ones that you may have that are dealing with this energy, they're not going to be left in that energy for very long. So that is a bonus. And kind of as a result of this 4 of Coins, as the wish coming true, is you're actually going to feel more stable, more fulfilled than you did coming into this month by the end of the month. Because some of you with the 6 of Swords, it's progression here, because we got from 6 to 7, we got from 4 to 5, there's progression here. So what I'm seeing, this is my internet card, I always say it. Some of you may be cutting ties with people online. Some of you may be even traveling, this is a travel card as well. The person is in the boat. Just moving through or moving past whatever this was, and actually where you're going is actually going to be what is serving you and inspiring you and really helping you see things outside the box and not have to do things in a traditional way. But you guys are moving on to something that feels more exciting. Some of you may also be opening some sort of new online presence. I see someone who's like, I'm never going to get TikTok, but now you're signing up for TikTok. Or, in my case, I am launching my Patreon this month. So, exciting times. This could look exciting, especially if you're doing business online or doing a lot of communication with friends or family members or people you don't even know online. You're just having some fun. So this isn't all, oh my gosh, what's going on this month? I mean, there are some good things coming in as well. And we're going to get some further guidance from your oracle cards in about 2 seconds to see really what other good things are coming, because it's not all doom and gloom this month. I promise you guys, even when things do seem a little left out in the cold, your wish coming true is you're going to quickly overcome that. And it's actually going to serve you. This obstacle is going to serve you as kind of a stepping stone in the right direction, because maybe you were starting to veer in a direction that may not serve your highest good, but this instance, this thing, or this series of events that's going on for you in September is going to then reroute you back to the path that's actually better serving you. So good, it's actually good. You're going to see the silver lining by the very latest November, if not by the end of the month. You will see that beautiful silver lining as to why these things had to happen. And you will feel actually relieved that they happened to dodge some sort of bullet. And I think for one person specifically watching this is someone you were seeing or dating that you kind of saw some red flags early on or at first and you were kind of ignoring them, but now those red flags are so glaring that you're like, okay, I need to get out of this. And you get out of the relationship, and it's hurtful at first or sad at first, but by the end of the month or as late as November, you're gonna be like, wow, I'm so glad that happened, to help me realize that I did not want this person in my life, because maybe you're meeting someone new and things are just much brighter and better. All right, oracle card time. Okay, so we're going to start right here in the middle with this third eye chakra card with Lepidolite, and the word here is signs. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. So some of you, maybe you're getting signs, symbols, synchronicities with the 555. This could be a warning that there are big changes coming. And a lot of times, fives are, changes are good, and 5s are great energy to get us in alignment with our true path. But they can be chaotic and conflicting with other people as well. So just know, whatever's going on in your life, this is presented for your highest good. These shifts, that you're going through, these changes that are going on, this is for your ultimate highest good. So see that silver lining the whole way through, and you will really feel a lot happier about it. Then we have the worry card. I'm going to come back to a couple cards that I think really go hand in hand. But with this worry card, you know, this is that 5 of Coins energy, worrying, feeling left out. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, and that's exactly that energy we were getting into with this. You know, of course, allow yourself to feel whatever it is this instance makes you feel. Allow yourself to feel it so you can heal it and deal with it and move on. But you sitting and worrying ad nauseum over and over and over again about the outcome or about the situation, that's not going to change it. But kind of brainstorming, okay, what can I do? What can I do that will help shift and change and morph this situation? And also with the Deer Spirit here, bring a gentle touch. This does not have to be wrecking ball energy. It can be very subtle shifts you're making, very subtle changes you're making to, you know, remove yourself from this energy or to release this energy so that you can elevate your vibration. Because with this Deer Spirit here, we have an 18. And in this position, Group 1 had the Bear Spirit, and that was about taking a rest. And they had a number 9, their card added up to number 9, and so does yours. So you're at the end of this cycle. You're at the end of this thing that's worrying you. You're at the end of it. And for some of you, right as I said that, this could be something that's been plaguing you or kind of coming back up like a cycle for you for years or months for some of you. And then for others of you, I am seeing this as a very new thing going on in your life. For some of you, this could be a cycle that's going on in a love relationship or a very close relationship to you, that this is just kind of the last straw. You're like, I don't want to live my life like this, doing the same thing over and over, trying to overcome it, and then a month later I find myself back in this cycle, or a year later back in this cycle. So bring a gentle touch to whatever it is that you're going through. Again, no wrecking ball energy here, just gentle touch, but you are closing out an old cycle. So then we'll get back to the middle here, sacred puzzle pieces, and I saved this because I see puzzle pieces here. So we're gonna see what's going on relating these two, because I haven't read this yet. But it says, every experience you've survived and thrived on is like a puzzle piece in a grand jigsaw. So yes, this is one more puzzle piece, this thing you have survived, and then again, the things that you've thrived on, those really good, beautiful things in your life. They're both puzzle pieces in a grand jigsaw. See yourself in the future, at the time and place where all the pieces, as random as they may seem, click into place. And look at this over here. She's only got one piece missing, so everything is almost in place. She's just got to find the right piece right there, and it's at the heart chakra area, but we'll get more into that in a second. I'll finish reading this. So it said here, see yourself in the future at the time and place where all your pieces, as random as they may seem, click into place, making sense and revealing the most magnificent mosaic. And maybe some of these puzzle pieces are these signs, symbols, synchronicities that you're getting that will then help you down your path of life, or the best path to follow for you. But this here card says fragmented energy. So some of you may feel like you've given puzzle pieces of yourself to other people, especially in the heart area. You've done this from the goodness of your heart. You have given certain friends way too much of your time, effort, and attention. Maybe energy vampires. They're draining your energy, your life force. Or maybe there's a job or a habit that you have that has just been draining your life force. It's fragmenting your energy so that you cannot be fully in your power, like this King of Wands or this wonderful Hierophant. But the fact that you have these two cards in your spread lets me know you're going to overcome this. Again, maybe this fragmented energy is what's kind of really going on here with this 5 of Pentacles energy for you this month. But you're figuring it out. Again, by November, all of the pieces will have fallen into place. Yes, I love when it all comes full circle like this. I told you guys, by the end of November, this is all going to make sense as to why. Because all the pieces will be in place. You will understand. You will no longer be confused about what's going on. And then your last card here, we have practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. So for some of you, I'm seeing very clearly now, someone didn't get into a program for university, or they didn't make a sports team, or they didn't get the job that they thought was theirs and in the bag, or just, feeling like you missed out in some way. If that's the case for you especially, just know that your daily practice and really polishing your skills and increasing your confidence you're going to actually get something or do something that's actually going to better serve your energy. Because I think I heard again, this was a blessing in disguise, the fact that this thing did not work out for you this month, because your energy is needed elsewhere. You would have put too much of your blood, sweat, tears, and soul into this thing that has not worked out for some of you, that it would have really, a thing that is meant for you, it wouldn't have even come on your radar because you'd have been so wrapped up in this. And pairing this up with the signs here, you're going to get signs, symbols, synchronicities really guiding you into the thing that is best for you. But for others of you, maybe just missing out on the program this time, it's because you weren't quite ready, or the job, or the whatever it was that you feel you missed out on. So practice and keep coming back and trying again as much as you can, because eventually it's going to stick and it's going to be the perfect time for you to do it. But practice, practice, practice. Okay, group 2, I think I've taken enough of your time today. But with you guys, I just want to say thanks again. You guys are awesome. Feel free to leave me any comments or stories you want to share. And as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative. Also on my live stream channel, The Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below, and very soon, maybe, quite possibly when you are already watching this, it will be already launched, my Patreon, which I will be teasing. If you're watching this before September 6th, I will be teasing up to that date some of the perks and what it's all about over there. So be watching my Instagram, and also maybe here for a kind of rundown video and little clips and tips and hints about what's going on in the meantime. All right, thanks again, guys. Bye. All right, group number 3. So in case you missed my intro, on last night's live stream, I had a super special announcement that I am going to be launching my Patreon in the month of September. Yes, when you're watching this. So maybe if you're watching this a little later than when I'm posting, that Patreon may be live. If you want to check it out, go ahead and check the description box below for the link to my Patreon. Otherwise, if we're still waiting, it's the first few days of September, or you're watching this in August, it's coming very soon. Look to my Instagram right here for some teasers on what to expect, the different tiers, and just all the fun involved. I'm really excited about this launch. Okay, so let's dive into what's going on for you this month of September 2021. And as always with my monthly pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with the tarot and then get additional guidance from the oracle cards. Okay, before we start, I just want to point out the fact that Group 1 had the Hierophant clarifying the outcome, and Group 2 had the Hierophant as their kind of overall underlying energy. So this is a collective energy right now. This is interesting. And also Group 2 had the Five of Pentacles in their current conditions, or the month of September for them. So yes, collective energies going on, and we're going to get into this. We're going to figure out what this means. So we're going to start right here in the middle with the underlying or overall energies for you, Group 3, for the month of September 2021. And we have the King of Cups. So you guys are feeling yourselves emotionally. You're not letting your emotions go wild and just other people affect your beautiful vibe that you have worked so hard to accomplish. This guy looks very meditative, very calm, cool, and collected. And I think you're going to be rubbing off on other people in such a good way to help them realize they can be more calm, cool, and collected as well. Maybe you're kind of that lighthouse energy. I just see now, he's all lit up, and then there is that boat out in the harbor that's maybe coming his way because they can see that he is all lit up. And it's just like moth to a flame energy. There's going to be a lot of people attracted to your energy this month. Maybe physically, maybe romantically. But just at the very least, people want to be around you this month. They want to be in that loving light and beautiful energy that you exude. So that's going to underlie all of what you have going on in September. So we have here the Two of Cups. This is your past energy coming in from August, July, maybe even as far back as June. And we got the Two of Cups here, which is very beautiful energy, very love-esque energy. Feeling in love. Maybe some of you met a romantic partner and now you are very, very happy. Others of you, this could have been a rekindling of a past friendship, relationship, or just meeting someone new. Doesn't always have to be romantic, because again, general reading. I am seeing a great number of you, though, are just feeling more up in your romantic feels. This was in August, July, June kind of energy. But you're, again, overlapping that a little bit into September as well. That's why we mentioned these past energies, because, again, when you turn that calendar page, it's not a hard stop of that energy. It kind of fades out as we go. So that's what's going on here. So for your month of September, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So some of you are taking action on an idea, something you want to actually manifest or create in this life. Could be a creative project, could be a business idea, just could be a new job or a new role at your job that you're taking on this month, and you're really excited about it. Again, the Knight of Pentacles is not the quickest moving knight. It's actually the slowest moving knight of the 4 suits. So this is something that you're building slow and steady. So you're not going to see the outcome of all this work that you're putting in September. You're going to be seeing this, kind of through the months coming up, but it is something you're building a new foundation here. And for some of you, this could be, I'm not sure why I'm getting it in the Knight of Pentacles energy, but this feels like collaborative energy. It's almost like this guy is leading the horse to the water. That's what I heard. So it's like he is helping this horse, and as a result of him leading this horse to water, then the horse will give him a ride wherever he needs to go. So it's like win-win outcome, mutually beneficial friendships, and co-worker kind of relationships. It's mutually beneficial is what I heard. So for your future conditions, this is going to be the end of September carrying you into October and even as far out as November. Interesting, another night. So you, in this instance, things are really picking up, speeding up. Where you kind of slow and steady wins the race at the beginning of the month, things are really moving forward by the end of the month, going into October and November. And it's almost too fast for some of you, because it's like this motorcycle has taken off without him. But look here, up here we've got this crow spirit that is leading the way. It's like, come with me. It's like spirit is fast tracking you to where you need to be if you follow the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that spirit is laying out for you. Those of you who are looking for those angel numbers and those synchronicities, you're going to be heavily, heavily rewarded this month of September with these beautiful inspirations and ideas, little aha moments, and just validation that you're on the right track. But again, things might be moving a little bit faster than what you're normally comfortable with, but it won't last too much longer than November. And by December, January, February, I feel like things will stabilize themselves out a little more, and you're going to be able to not feel so chaotic in the energy of things picking up. But I think for most of you, this is like starting the last week of September. Things really start moving. For those of you who are happy to see things move, then you're going to be really happy about this. For those of you who are still like, but I need time to figure it out, it might be a little hectic, but you're going to be able to stabilize it. You're going to be able to balance it out, I think, by the end of November at the very latest. So with the 3 of Pentacles, this is going to be your best path to follow. So there's that collaboration coming in as well. So your best path to follow is to collaborate, not just with those you love, but also with spirit and those that are acquaintances and maybe even people you don't really like. It's like just kind of agreeing to disagree with those people, but really working and putting in the effort with the people that you can help each other. You can serve one person and then they can serve you. It's a mutually beneficial kind of exchange that I really see going on with you this month. And I think the exchange is your beautiful energy is just, even if you're not really doing anything, so to speak, just you being around certain people, it's like it inspires them or it motivates them to want to get their butt moving as well, because they just see you doing these amazing things and they want a little piece of that pie. So your best path to follow is to be very just collaborative, or just be very open to other people's energy, especially those of you who are my introverts. You just want to work alone. You don't really want to deal with a bunch of other people. This might be a good month for you to just open up a little bit, because there is some mutually beneficial things going on. I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of energy, which you're going to really benefit from as well. So open up a little bit if that's you. So for your wish coming true, we have the 5 of Pentacles in that position. So this turns that kind of left out in the cold energy on its head and really helps you understand things. The light will be turned on, you will lift your head, see the key, put it in the lock, and open the door, and on about your day. You're not locked, you're not stuck and stagnant anymore, or feeling like the odd man out anymore, because this is in your wish coming true here. You're really going to feel more fulfilled and included. And maybe some of you do feel left out at times but it's more your own doing at times. It's like maybe your friends invite you to go out, but you're like, oh, I'd rather just stay home and watch Friends, or friends inviting you out, staying home watching Friends. How ironic, right? But I think some of you sometimes block your blessings because you think, well, that's just too much work, or I'd rather do this. Step out of your comfort zone a little. I think this is going to help you step out of your comfort zone so that you do feel more included in your friend groups, or in your relationships, or at work. You're feeling more part of the team, so to speak, this month. Again, if you're not someone who wants to be a team player full time, this could be a very temporary energy. But for those of you who are looking to find a friend group or just feel more included in general, I think this is energy you could take the distance if that's what you want. I really do. So as your outcome, we have the Hierophant, but he does not look at all like the traditional Hierophant that we saw in the other two piles. He, to me, feels more, I'm doing things out of the box kind of way. I'm doing it my way. I'm not gonna, study just all of the major religions. I'm gonna maybe take the things from those religions I like. Not trying to culturally appropriate those religions, but just the beautiful sentiments and scriptures from those, maybe living your life in a way that you're aligned with those, but then putting your own spin on your spiritual practice. That's really what I see with this. So taking this into all the other areas we covered, doing your love life in kind of a non-traditional way rather than traditional, because the Hierophant is all about tradition, but he's anything but traditional here. He does not look like a clergyman or a man of the cloth, so to speak. He just looks like a fun person to get to know and learn things from, and that's where your energy is really highlighting, that beautiful light that you're exuding. To me, these energies, it's like very calm, but yet fun and lighthearted at the same time. And that's why so many people are attracted to you, because they know they can get the answers they seek just being in your aura. Even if you're not the one helping them through their drama or their problem, just them being in your aura, it's like it sparks that thing within them. And they almost want to thank you for solving their problem, even if you're just kind of, they say all their issues without you saying a word, and they're like, thanks for all your help, bud. I didn't do anything, but you did. Your energy did. Your energy helped spark exactly what this person needed, or the people in your life need at the time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards. Okay, so we're going to start right here in the middle with the sacral chakra card, Tiger Eye. So that could be a good crystal to work with this month. And the words here are passion. Turn your fear of change into excitement for change. So yes, maybe some of you that are more than happy and content to just kind of slow and steady this thing, it's because you're afraid of things moving too fast and getting out of control. But if you turn that fear of change into excitement for change, you can really allow, especially if you're opening up to spirit to help you, you can really go the distance on something very quickly and cover a lot of ground. I do almost see this as someone who's got some sort of online presence or YouTube channel, social media, where maybe it's taking you a really long time to get, say, 1,000 subscribers, or to hit whatever goal or milestone you were hoping to reach, or you're still very far away from that goal or milestone you're hoping to reach, but then by the end of September, going into October, maybe even as late as November, things really pick up and like quadruple or triple. Like you wake up, maybe not overnight, but like over the course of a few weeks or a couple months, it's like your subscriber count has tripled, quadrupled, 10-coupled, I don't know the real word for that, but you know what I'm saying. It's like all that hard work you put in, it's like now all of a sudden everyone's noticing you, everyone wants a piece of that. That's very influencer or social media. It's like you have that beacon of light that other people can see from all around the world. It's not even just in your day-to-day life. This could be all around the world. And some of you may be doing something very spiritual. Of course, you're watching a pick a card reading, so I assume on some level you're into spirituality. So maybe if you have a spiritual YouTube channel or a pick a card channel or other online presence in that realm, people are really noticing you. People are really loving that light and loving the information that you're giving them, and they subscribe, they sign up for whatever it is you've got going on. But we also have the Death card here. It says, I am learning that endings are merely a beginning. So those of you that are closing something out before you really dive into something new here, you're realizing, it's that very 8th house energy. Sometimes those endings can be hard and difficult, but really they ultimately lead to a new beginning or a rebirth. And that's exactly what you guys are excited about this month. Even, I'm seeing something that maybe happened in June that either inspired these changes you're making, or something kind of not so good happened in your life in June that's really making you realize I need to live my life to the fullest. Take it as it resonates. If it doesn't, just let it fly on by. But we have also the white raven spirit. So this is beautiful because ravens are normally black, like the crow here, a crow raven. They're normally black. When you see a white raven, that's something special. So trust in the magic. Spirit wants you to know there's something magical at play here. This is something beyond the veil. This is spirit. This is your higher self coming online in greater quantity to really help you out and elevate you. And we have master number 66 here. So you may be seeing a lot of 66. Maybe you know someone who just turned 66, or I don't know, maybe you were born in the year 1966. There's something about 66. I know sometimes when you multiply that by a little more there and go 666, that can scare some people. But really 666 is the number of man, the number of carbon. It doesn't have to be negative and bad. I know the whole thing that it's related to Satan and all that. Again, belief systems. Just like the swastika used to actually mean like love, harmony, and peace and divine order and a bunch of other things, it has been turned and kind of bastardized basically into meaning something very negative. So, don't let the number 66 or 666 scare you if that's what's going on. But trust in the magic. There is so much magic at play. There's a lot of passion and drive and forward momentum here that you guys can really utilize to project yourself even further into your dreams and goals. So we also have the Divine Manifesto card. Your words are a lightning rod, yes, of conductivity comprised of magic spells that create worlds. Choose your words and worlds mindfully. So yes, that is that lighthouse energy. Not just your words, really, we're going to take it another level. Your whole embodiment is that lightning rod. You're bringing more light onto this planet this time to raise the vibration, and that's such an important thing. But I think you guys specifically, your words are kind of magic. Not just kind of magic, they're really magic, and it's exciting. But we also have true love here. So some of you may have recently met that true love right before the month started, or maybe even as far back as June, or if this resonates as farther back, take it as it resonates. But I think you really are falling back in love with yourselves, especially, or those that you really care and love. It doesn't always have to be romantic, but it's that looking glass. It's like you're seeing that beautiful divine in yourself. You're seeing that beautiful divinity in other people, and it just makes you fall more in love with humanity and the earth and God and just everything. It really brings more love into your life. We also have the daughter card here. The answer to your question involves your daughter. So if you don't have a daughter, maybe you have a son, this can still apply. If you don't have any children, don't want any children, this could be your inner child. Even if you do have children, this could still be representative of your inner child. The answers you seek lie within the inner child. Really cultivating a relationship with that inner child is what's really going to help you. But for some of you that do have a daughter or a child that you're hoping to help in some way, I think you're going to be able to allow that child to know it's loved. And if that child I'm seeing someone who actually lost a daughter to death. Maybe not this year, but maybe years and years ago is what I'm seeing. This is not future or present energy, so let's not go down that road. This is for someone who's already lost a daughter a while back. So that daughter is just popping in, and she's letting you know that she is very magical in your life. She brings beautiful signs, symbols, and synchronicities to let you know that she's still here, and she's very much involved in what's going on in your life. It feels to me like we zoomed right on through this. It's still a decently long reading, but compared to groups 1 and 2, they needed a little more talking to and a little more working out. I think you guys are just on it this month. You're going to figure it out pretty quickly. So feel free to let me know what you thought below, any stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you guys. And as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you, yes you, group 3, right here back at The Done Creative, also over on my live stream channel, The Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. Link for that channel is in the description below. And at the time of your watching this, I may or may not have already launched my Patreon. Regardless, I will update the link eventually in the description if you want to check that out. But if you're watching this at the time of my posting, Patreon is not launched yet, so I will be doing a fun little teaser here and there about what to expect over there, the different tiers I'm going to be offering, and what different offerings are going to be on each tier. So I'm really excited about the days and weeks leading up to this launch, and check it out if it's after September 6th. Check it out. I would love to see you over there, but thanks again, you guys. Bye.